When it comes to losing weight, losing body fat, there are a lot of options available. There are a lot of diets available. You can try keto, you can try Mediterranean, you can try GM, you can try carnivore, you can try intermittent fasting, you can do monk fasting, you can do water fasting, and hundreds of such more combinations. All of these and any other method that you will come across on the internet works on a single philosophy, and that philosophy is calorie deficit. But not all of these methods are good for your overall health and your gut health. Your gut affects your overall health and well-being. And if any of these diets is going to affect your gut negatively, it's going to cause a lot of problem. We'll go through the concept of weight loss briefly in this video, and we'll cover gut health in a lot of detail so that you're able to decide what to include and what not to include in your diet on a day-to-day basis. How do we lose weight? As I said, it is calorie deficit. There is no other rocket science at all. There is nothing other than this that you have to consider. Every 77-15 calorie deficit that you create in your diet makes you lose 1 kg of body fat. So if you're creating a 500 calorie deficit through your diet and exercise, you will lose 1 kg in roughly 15 days. Now, when it comes to creating the calorie deficit through your diet, you can do it in many ways. You can go on a carnivore diet where you eat only meat. You can go on a diet which has no carbs but only protein and fats. You can go on a diet which is only fruits and vegetables. But not all of these combinations are good for your gut health, good for your health, and good for your longevity. We'll get to know what is good for your gut and your health as we move along the video. Gut actually refers to your large intestine, but in today's popular language, it refers to everything starting from your tongue to your anus. So it is your tongue, your esophagus, your stomach, your small intestine, and your large intestine. So your gut starts working as soon as you put a food in your mouth, and it works as it moves to your stomach, where it is broken down to absorb various nutrients. Then it moves to your small and large intestine, where it is further broken down before being excreted out of your system. Now, why is gut health so important? Why is everybody talking about gut right now? This is because a lot of studies are pointing to the fact that our gut is linked to pretty much every organ in our body, because of which it has a role to play in your stress, anxiety, in your metabolic diseases, in your cardiovascular diseases, in liver inflammations, in bone demineralization, in muscle impairment, in acne, in infertility, kidney diseases, in UTIs, everywhere. And if your gut is healthy, antioxidant production increases, short-chain fatty acids increases, inflammation goes down, pathogenic coagulation goes down, lipid metabolism improves, gut inflammation decreases, insulin sensitivity improves, vitamin production improves. There are a lot of good things which happen if your gut is healthy, and a lot of bad things happen when your gut is not healthy. Now, in order to understand how to keep our gut healthy, we have to understand the main actor and actresses in our gut health. And these actors and actresses are your gut microbiome. Microbiome refers to the collective genomes of the microorganism in a particular environment. And microbiota is the community of microorganisms themselves. Approximately 100 trillion microorganisms, most of them bacteria, but also virus, fungi, and protozoa, exist in human gastrointestinal tract, which is our gut. The microbiome is now best thought of as a virtual organ of the body. The human genome consists of about 23,000 genes, whereas microbiome encodes over 3 million genes producing thousands of metabolites, which means we are more microbiome than human, which replace many of the function of the host, consequently influencing the host's fitness, phenotype, and health. These microbiomes essentially feed into whatever we are putting inside the body. So when we are eating, we are not eating for ourselves, but also for this gut microbiome. As per this article, the gut microbiota provides essential capacities for the fermentation of non-digestible substrates like dietary fibers and endogenous intestinal mucus. The fermentation supports the growth of specialist microbes that produce short-chain fatty acids and gases. Major short-chain fatty acids produced are acetate, propionate, and butyrate. Essentially, the population of all this gut bacteria depends on what we are feeding inside our body. If we are feeding a lot of fast food to our body, the bacteria which likes those fast food items, they will be in larger quantity than the one which will help us break down milk, eggs, protein, etc. Just like our fingerprint, our microbiome is very, very unique. No two individuals on this planet have the same microbiome. And how well you are able to preserve your microbiome depends on how well you are feeding your body. And if you don't provide the right kind of food to your gut, some of the healthy gut bacteria might die over time. And it is quite difficult to bring them back once they are gone. As a thumb rule, the diverse is your gut microbiome, the healthier would be your gut. As per this article, low bacterial diversity has been reproducibly observed in people with inflammatory bowel disease, psoriatic arthritis, type 1 diabetes, atopic eczema, celiac disease, obesity, type 2 diabetes, and arterial stiffness than in healthy controls. In Crohn's disease, smokers have even lower gut microbiome diversity. The association between reduced diversity and disease indicates that a species-rich gut ecosystem is more robust against environmental influences, as functionally related microbiomes in an intact ecosystem can compensate for the function of other missing species. Consequently, diversity seems to be a generally good indicator of a healthy gut. Now the question is, how can we maintain a healthy gut microbiome and a healthy gut? For this, we have to understand prebiotics and probiotics. Now, what is prebiotic? Very simply put, prebiotic is the food for these gut bacteria. Essentially, these are foods which our stomach is not able to digest, and they land up directly in large intestine, where these healthy good bacteria break it down further into useful molecules. Most of your fibrous foods fall in this category. Some of the examples being garlic, onion, raw banana, lentils, barley, cabbage, beetroot, sweet potato, chicory root, apples, chickpeas, jackfruit, custard apple, flax seeds, pumpkin, and so many more. Probiotic generally are those food which have bacteria in them or have been prepared using a bacteria. Some of the examples being curd, buttermilk, idli, dosa, dokla, kanji, guntruk, solkadi, pickles, panta bhat. In order to have a healthy gut, we need to provide our gut microbiome with the food that they love. And the food that they love is high fiber food. So by having 30 different varieties of plant in our food every week, we can easily achieve that target, which should not be very difficult for Indian vegetarians if they are having high fiber grains, if they are having salads, if they are having nuts, seeds, lentils, if they are having sags, if they are having variety of vegetables in their diet on a day-to-day basis. As per United States Institute of Medicine, every man should have somewhere between 30 to 40 grams of fiber every single day, while every woman should have somewhere between 25 to 30 grams of fiber every single day. You don't need to become a complete vegetarian for this. You just need to have enough plant sources in your diet. Non-veg sources are also important in your diet because they provide you with that protein content, with vitamin B, vitamin D, and other minerals which are lacking in vegetarian sources. Vegetarians for sure can solve for these deficiencies by supplementing them from outside. Now that you understand gut health, prebiotic and probiotic, you'll be able to appreciate why a carnivore diet which is only based on meat is not good for you. You'll be able to appreciate why a diet which is only rich in fast food is not good for you. And you'll be able to appreciate how a diet which has a lot of diversity is really good for your gut health, overall health, and will also help you with the weight loss process if you are maintaining that calorie deficit. Hoping this helps. This is Vivek signing off. Like, subscribe, share, and take care.